Welcome to your yoga practice for the day. Come to seated on your heels. Sit up tall. Close your eyes. Lengthen the spine by reaching the back of the crown of the head up towards the sky. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Deepen the breath. Slow the breath down. Becoming aware of the present moment. Make your way onto your hands and knees. Uncurl the toes. Have the wrist directly under the shoulders and around your back as you exhale, lifting the knees. Hold here and breathe, navel to spine. Tuck the chin slightly. Holding this cat pose with the knees lifted. Feel the abdominals work. And release the knees down to the ground. Curl the toes under. And then when you're ready, lift the hips up and back, coming into your downward facing dog. Roll the shoulders away from each other to broaden the space in between the shoulder blades, and roll the forearms in, keeping the knuckles heavy onto the mat, feet parallel. Breathe here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Draw the low ribs in slightly to keep the abs engaged. Bring the left foot to center and lift the right leg straight up. Keep the low ribs engaged and drawn in so that you don't cave in the back. Keeping the core strong. Reach through the right ball of the foot and heel, lengthening the back of the leg, keeping the spine long. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Find your gazing point. Stay present in the moment. On your next exhale, bring your right foot in between your hands, right by the right hand, and then lift the arms up overhead, coming into Anjaneyasana. Make sure to keep the right knee directly on top of the right ankle. Keep the low back long by lengthening the tailbone down towards the ground and drawing the low belly gently in and up. Breathe. Lift the entire heart space up towards the sky, finding length in the spine, never compression. Find your gazing point or your drishti. Now lift the torso and then bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers and open the heart. Curl the back toes under and lift the back knee, coming into a crescent pose variation. Continue lifting the heart up towards the sky, rolling the shoulders back, finding expansive space across the chest. Keeping the pelvis neutral, push the right knee forward and the left heel back, having the left toes directly under the left heel. Slowly come back down to the left knee. Lift the torso and place the hands on either side of the right foot and bring the right foot back into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Find stillness here. Hold. Breathe. Continue deepening the breath. Find your gazing point. And then bring the right foot to center. Slowly lift the left leg up towards the sky. And get your body into a nice straight shape here, a straight line from the left wrist all the way up to the left toes. Draw the low ribs in slightly, engaging the core and keeping the spine long. Inhale and then exhale. Bring your left foot through low lunge. Bring your right knee down to the ground and reach your arms up overhead. Palms can touch. Lift the entire heart space up towards the sky. Navel to spine, lengthen the tailbone to take any compression out of the low back. Find your gazing point. Breathe here. Keep the left knee directly on top of the left ankle. Take one more breath. And then slowly lift the torso up. Interlace the hands down by your sides and behind your back. Curl the back toes under and lift the back knee. Again, lengthen the tailbone towards the ground. Lift the heart so you don't compress the spine. Push the left knee forward and the right heel back. Breathe here. Keep the chin tucked slightly, neck long. One more breath. Slowly bring the back knee down, uncurl the toes, place the hands on either side of the left foot and come back to your downward facing dog. Full stretch here. Take a breath and come down to your hands and knees. Walk your hands out in front of you. Keep your hips right above the knees and bring your chest and chin to the floor. If this isn't possible, bring the forehead to the floor and just let the chest melt down towards the ground. Remember to never push your body into a shape that doesn't feel good for you today. Honor where you are. Breathe here and relax. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose in puppy dog pose. And slowly make your way out onto the belly. Uncurl the toes and bring your hands under the shoulders, keeping the elbows in towards the side. Lift your chest forward and up. Squeeze the shoulders back to broaden the chest. Lengthen the neck by tucking the chin just slightly. Make sure to not feel any compression in the back. You can draw the navel towards the spine slightly in your high cobra pose. Slowly lower back down to the belly. Place the forearms parallel to the front of the mat, stacking the forearms, and then let your forehead rest on the top arm. Really letting the spine neutralize here. And breathe. Relax, soften the low back, soften the glutes. Relax and lengthen the neck. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Now bring your hands again by your sides, under the elbows this time, coming into your upward facing dog. Push into the hands and lift the chest forward and up, this time lifting the whole leg off of the ground except for the tops of the feet. Navel draws towards the spine to protect the low back. Push into the knuckles. Lift the chest, shoulders back, neck long. Take another deep breath here. And then start to engage your abs and lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Roll the shoulders away from each other, forearms in. Full stretch here, deep breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. One more breath. And now we'll come into forward fold, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Bring your feet towards the front of the mat and fold forward, tipping the pelvis forward. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to in order to tip the pelvis forward more. Should feel as though the tailbone's pointing up towards the sky. Hands can be touching the ground or wrapped around the backs of the legs, whatever feels good for you. Don't force. And then we'll come into half forward fold. So start to lift the torso up, coming to a flat back. Then bend your knees and come down to seated. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch, knees out to the sides into Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. Tip the pelvis forward and let the forehead come down towards the mat. You can push the knees down slightly with the elbows if it feels okay for your body. Relax here, close your eyes and breathe. If it doesn't feel good, back out of the pose a little bit. Never going to where you feel pain. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. One more breath. And then slowly come back up to seated. Take a breath here. And then gently roll down onto your back. Slowly bring your left knee in towards your chest for a single knee hug. And cross it over the body to the right side. Reach your left arm up and then open the chest, reaching your left arm open as far as you can comfortably onto the ground. Opening your chest up towards the sky. Remember to never go to where you feel pain. Make sure you feel comfortable. Relax and breathe here. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, and on the next exhale, draw the left knee back to center and extend it out, laying flat on the back. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest, big squeeze, and cross it over the body. And then when you're ready, lift your left arm up and then over to the right, opening the chest up towards the sky, coming into your supine twist. You can look straight up or to the right, whatever feels better for your body. Hold here and breathe. Feel the twisting sensation in the spine. Feel the opening across the chest. Come back to center when you're ready. And extend the leg onto the mat. Take a breath here. Then we'll come into happy baby. Bend both knees in towards the chest. Grab the outside edges of the feet and pull the knees down towards the ground near the armpits. You can roll side to side. massaging the spine. For a deeper stretch, lengthen the tailbone down onto the mat. Bring the knees back to center and then extend them out in front of you. Laying on the back, coming into Shavasana, your final resting pose. Let the palms be open towards the sky and roll the shoulders under the back. Soften the chest. And let the feet fall out to the sides. Close your eyes and relax. Completely letting go. With each breath, relax, soften. Let the back of the body melt into the floor. Let the front of the body get lighter and lighter. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to your mat today, for doing something so good for your body, your mind, and your spirit.